Now tell me, anybody knows Snowflake? What is Snowflake? Anybody? Any idea what is Snowflake?
Yeah, Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse, like unlike traditional data warehouse, like we can, and it is a software as a service. We don't need to install and all.
Okay, so it's simply it's a what? It's a cloud-based data warehouse. Cloud-based data warehouse. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, it's a cloud-based data warehouse solution. Okay, so okay, so if see, okay, we'll see the PPT and we'll go further. So if see this thing, like in this video we'll cover. Okay, so see what I'm doing. So in this video we'll cover these things like okay, how the project flow, all these real time is like little bit of idea we'll cover. Now see what is Snowflake? It's a fully managed cloud-based data warehouse solution. Okay, it's a cloud data platform. So data storage and data analytics solutions. Okay, it's a SaaS model. So SaaS model in the sense like what? Anybody can able to tell what is SaaS model? SaaS in the sense like what? Okay, it's a software as a service. Okay, so in the sense like what? Okay, so we don't need to do no infrastructure. Okay, so no infrastructure, all these things will just we need to log in and use. Okay, we'll see what exactly. Once we get the account, we can able to get one ID. So let's say simply we can say what? Okay, come back here. So Snowflake is used as a data storage. It will be used for data storage and data processing and data analytics. Okay, one more time. Snowflake is a what's a cloud-based data warehouse solution. So main purpose is what? What's the purpose of this Snowflake? Why so many companies are moving? So in the sense like what? It can able to handle huge volumes of data. So this is one purpose. Another one is what? Okay, data storage and data processing and data analytics solution. Okay, so you can say simply data storage, okay, data processing and data analytics. Okay, so by end of this okay like class, you can able to understand what we are doing as a Snowflake developer. Okay, so okay, remember on things like okay, so try to put focus on this. So by end of this class, like we can able to understand what as a Snowflake developer will do in database. It's a data analytics. Okay. So, 1 second. So see what happened. Snowflake is used for data storage, data processing, and data analytics solution. Okay. So if you see what happened, okay. Now why so many companies are moving? Okay, why we need to choose Snowflake? So if you see what happened. So see what happened. Okay, so it is having better performance and SQL. Remember one thing, if you know SQL, we can easily sustain in IT, sustain in Snowflake. Okay, getting the points. So if you know SQL, no, like because no, most of the work will be on SQL based work will be there. Okay, so that's why if you know SQL, like okay, if you have like a little bit of knowledge, you can able to easily run Snowflake. So what happened next? Scalability. So data storage. So what I said earlier. Okay, Snowflake can handle what? Is there any limit for volume? There is no limit. Okay, it can handle huge volumes of data. Okay, data. Okay, so mostly in real time there will be terabytes of data. Okay. So we want to migrate from one database to like Snowflake. Okay, we'll see all this in detail. Okay. So the main advantage is that what Snowflake can handle is it can handle huge volumes of data. Okay, this is the one. Next one is what? Zero maintenance. Okay, and this thing is what? Fast analytics, data sharing. Okay, so on-demand pricing. Okay, so one more important feature is that what in Snowflake we can able to have semi-structured data. That is, we can able to have JSON format, XML format, Parquet. So all these formats supported in Snowflake. So this is one of the important feature. And one more thing is that security is also important. And if see what happened, time travel. Okay, anybody can able to tell what is time travel? Anybody earlier? Anybody? Any guys know what is time travel here? Time travel. Tell me.
We can go to past and we can take a snapshot of that.
Okay, time travel in the sense like what? Okay, 1 second. Okay, going back to particular period of time and access the data. Okay, so getting the points, I will see this thing. Okay, so time travel in the sense like what we can able to go back to particular period of time and we can able to access the data. Okay, so we'll see that use case. Okay, you can able to get one. So if you see what happened, so remember this is what this is Snowflake. Okay, we'll see this. Okay, tomorrow we'll see like how to install, like how to log into this account. Okay, tomorrow we'll see. So see what happened. I am trying to create one table. So create table, suppose like customer. Okay, suppose like employee details table. Okay, table. So ID, it's a number. Name, it's a varchar. Okay, we'll see these things. Okay, slowly. Okay, right now understand what is time travel feature. So name, then what city? It's a varchar. Okay. See what happened. If you see what happened when I try to execute, now what will see? It will ask for something. Okay, see, cannot perform create table. This session doesn't have a current database. Okay, remember one thing. If I want to create a table or anything, compulsory what we should have one database. So already one database is there, broad database. Okay. And we need to select our own scheme. Okay. So see, so what I'm right now, I'm trying to create one table. Okay, see, table got successfully created. Okay. Now I'm trying to populate some data. Insert into. Okay, like demo, that's why a little bit of fast. Okay, so going forward tomorrow it will be a little bit slow only. Okay, so like so one Praveen Hyderabad. Okay, so one record inserted. Okay, in a similar fashion, I'm trying to insert a new record. So okay, second record Kumar. Okay, Kumar. Okay, it's a BNG Bangalore. So second record in a similar fashion, I'm trying to insert third record. Okay, Arabic. Okay, CH. Okay, CH. See what happened? 3 records. Okay, now I'm trying to see the data. Okay, see how can I see the data? How can I see anybody? I want to see this data. How can I see data? Tell me. What is the statement we need to use? If I want to fetch the data, anybody? Any idea? Select. Okay, so DRL statement. Okay, data retrieval or data query language, that is select star from employee details. So what it will do? It will project all the data in the particular table. Okay, see what happened? 3 records are there, no issues. Okay. Now what happened? Suppose Praveen has moved from, suppose he moved from Hyderabad to Delhi. Suppose from Hyderabad he moved to Delhi. Now tell me, I want to change the existing data. If you want to change the existing data, we should go for what concept? Anybody? Existing data. I want to change the existing data. We should go for update. Okay. Update table name. Set city equals to, suppose like Pune. I move to Pune. Okay. Now I need to use where class. Okay, where ID equals to 1. So by mistakenly, like I put where class, but what happened now? Instead of taking this thing, I put like this. Now tell me how many records will get updated? 1 or 3?
All records, sir.
All records. Okay. How many records on the particular table it will get updated? But what is our use case? Only Praveen has moved from Hyderabad to Pune. Okay. But what happened for all the records? What happened? Tell me. It will get updated. Okay. Suppose I committed this transaction by mistakenly I committed. Okay. Now tell me committed. Now if you see the data, what happened? Tell me. What happened? So instead of one record, it has been updated. Okay. Now tell me how can I get previous data in normal database? Normal database, what we need to? So we need to. Now tell me who will come into picture for normal databases or normal thing. Who will come into picture? Database administrator will come into picture. Okay. What he will do? Okay. Suppose if you have backup only, then we can have. If no backup, no, then data will get forward. Okay. Now what happened in Snowflake? We are having one feature, that is time travel. Okay. So time travel. Okay. So yes, getting the point. So time. Okay. So time travel. Okay. So time travel, what it will do? We can able to go for the particular period of time and we can able to access. Okay. Now what is our data? Previous data is what? Here. Here what should be there? Here. What should be there? Okay. Here. Okay. So one second. Go back. Okay. Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. Okay. I want to previously. Okay. I want to get the data previously before changing. Okay. For this purpose, what? Okay. Remember one thing. For all the queries we execute now, we'll have query ID will be there. Okay. See, for each and everything there will be query ID. Go back here, history is there. Okay, go to history. Okay. So try to refresh. So what I'm right now, for each and every statement, there will be a query ID. Okay. Now see this thing. So this is our update statement. Okay. So before this update statement, I want to get the data. Okay. So what I said, for each and every query, there will be query ID. Okay. Take this query ID. Okay. So copy this one second. So this one now. Okay. Okay. Details. Okay. So we need to take the query ID, copy this query ID. So you are getting the point of what I'm, if I try to select this table, select star from employee details table. What will get, will get the updated record. But what we want the records which are previously not updated. For this purpose, what we need to go for time travel feature. So go back here. So we should use at statement. Oh, see, okay. Okay, not at, we should use before keyword. See, tell me this is the data. Tell me you are getting the point. So previously, what happened before updating? I want to get this data. Okay. So for this purpose, what we are having a time travel feature. This is the time travel. Okay. In Snowflake, this is one of the important features. Okay. In interview also, this one question regularly asked. Time travel is what? Okay. So we can, one more time, we can go back to particular period of time and get the data back. See what happened. If here what happened, we can able to get the previous data. Okay. Suppose if a query here, what happened, we'll get the, okay, we'll get the update record. But I want to get the previous data. Then we can able to go for, okay, like time travel feature. Got it? Any doubts as of now? Tell me. So this is a time travel, like important feature in Snowflake. Like this is mainly used for in, okay, in real time also will use, and also in interview perspective also this concept will be used. Getting the point, sir? This is clear so far? Or suppose, okay, suppose by mistakenly I drop the table. Okay. I drop the table. I want to get the table. If I select now, what happened? Tell me. It will work because there is no table. Then how can it work? It won't work. Okay. Then how can I get?
Can we revert back that one? Okay, so okay, you saw the data based on the time travel, but we need to get the original data.
So we can able to create one table, no? Or we can able to create the clone table.
So can't we revert back?
I revert back in the sense, like in the sense, now see what happened if I go back. So we'll see this thing and we'll get.
I want to see the original values. Okay. So by mistakenly I did the update. So I just want to make original values back.
First we need to truncate, because if see what happened. Okay, come back. Before that, okay, see, we'll complete this and I'll go back there. See what happened, drop table. Okay. Now if I want to get this thing, what happened, we can able to use what keyword? Anybody? If I want to get this data, anybody, any idea? No, roll back. This is not DDL state. This is not DML.
DML. Okay. There is no.
Simply you should what? Which simply you should use. Simply you should use, instead of drop, we can able to use undrop. Undrop. Okay. We'll put undrop. So that what we can able to get the data. Okay. Data. Select star from data. Okay. See data. Okay. Now we come to the your question. Okay. So go back here. I'm putting different name 1. Okay. So this is our table. Okay. 1, 1. Okay. So record inserted. Okay. Now see what happened, what you're trying to say. Okay. Go back here. Suppose if say what happened, select star from this thing. Okay. So suppose I by mistakenly truncate this table. Okay. We'll see this use case so that we'll get some idea. So truncate this table. Okay. So I'll take the screenshot. So this is my original table. Okay. Now tell me truncate. Okay. Truncate I'm doing here. Okay. Truncate table. Okay. Now when I select here, now what happened? There won't be any data. Okay. Now what I said, for each and everything, what happened? A query ID will be there. Okay. Now go back to the history. Okay. Go to history. Try to refresh. Okay. Now what happened? Now we need to get this truncate. Okay. Query ID. Take this query ID. Now I want to get the data before that. Then we should go for what concept? We should go for time travel feature. Okay. Suppose if say what happened, we should use before statement. So this is the syntax. Okay. Copy this value. Suppose if here what happened right now, any data is there. Okay, like this, if I want to get data now, we can able to use insert into. Okay, suppose data is not there, then we can able to use. Okay. If you see this data will be popped. Okay. Now your point is that suppose if we update this record, suppose if we don't want record, no, then we can able to truncate this table and we can able to insert this. Got it? Because if see, you're getting the point.
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose if I want to take this entire table as backup, so we can able to take the backup also. Okay. So we can able to see it as concept. Okay. Create table BKP. Okay. Okay. Now what happened? Now data will get popped in this new table. Okay. Like if you like something happen, if I want to get a fresh table, we can able to go like this. Okay. So based on requirement. Okay. So everything will be done. So main feature is that what we can. The main feature is that if you want something back, data back, something happened to the previous data. Okay. I want to access the historical data or something. Then we should go for time travel feature. Okay. This is the important feature in Snowflake. So these are the main feature. Remember one thing, if you know SQL, we can able to understand all these things. Time travel is what if I want to go back to the particular period and if I want to get the data, we can able to go like this. Get the point, sir? Clear so far? Any doubts, sir?
There is no snapshot reverse mechanism. This only we need to whatever we drop that one based on the time travel. We need to create the table. Okay.
Yeah, create the table. If anything happen,
Okay.
now we can able to create.
Okay. In that way
Create
only.
or you can suppose like truncate, now we can able to overwrite like this.
Generally, we have some concept in the Oracle database level. We can restore it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, right. Why?
So here now what happened? So this is one of the feature. Okay. Now we'll see one more feature is that one more feature. Okay, go back here. So that is cloning. Okay. So before that, okay, can you tell me? Okay, I'll take this all this. Now tell me in real time, what are the environments we'll have? Database environments. Anybody, any idea? Environments? In environments, okay. Tell me, those are working guys or anybody? So for our purpose, first we should go for, we should say like dev. Okay, this is our important. Okay, then we'll go for prod. Okay, so dev is nothing but say development environment. Okay, then test will be there. Then testing. Okay, testing. Then what? Pre-prod, or you can say non-prod, anything. Okay, so pre-prod or non-prod. Okay, so based on company standards. Okay, and major thing is what? Prod. That is nothing but production environment. Okay, so these are important. So understand this concept. Okay, so what I'm doing in real time, there will be environment like dev, test, pre-prod, and prod, like production. Now what I'm trying to say, suppose I'm having one prod DB, it is having 100 tables are there. Okay, so assume like 100 tables are there. Okay. Suppose some issue is there. Okay, some issue happened. Okay, happened to the 100 like prod DB. Okay, prod DB. Okay, now tell me in production, can we directly debug? Can we debug directly? Tell me, is it possible? Anybody in production, can we directly debug all these things?
No.
No.
No. Why? Reason?
Because of security, data security and all.
So data security and what? One more thing is what? Data security. Okay, and users are using, no? Okay, live production in the sense like what? Okay, end users are accessing the application. Okay, accessing the application. Okay, we can't able to debug and we can't able to do this. Okay, so then for this purpose, what? Okay, now what happened? We need to replicate the data into where? Into lower environments. Getting the point, sir? So you need to understand the use case. Okay, so whenever understand any concept, no, you need to understand the use case. Okay, what's the use case here? What? Okay, so I'm trying to say that what? Okay, in production something happened. Okay, we can't able to directly because it's a security issues. Our end users are accessing. Okay, so we need to bring the downtime. Okay, I want to bring this application down, but it's not possible. For this purpose, what? I want to replicate the data. Okay, I want to reproduce the same issue. Okay, reproduce the same issue. Okay, how can I reproduce the same issue? First we need to bring the data into lower environments. Okay, so understand this concept. These are okay, so these are very important features. Okay, take time travel, cloning. Okay, we'll use regularly these things. Okay, so time travel, cloning, semi-structured data, all these things. Okay, now what I'm trying to bring the data into lower environments. Okay, environments. Suppose if you see what happened, normal case, how can I bring this 100 tables? Okay, first what we do, who will come into picture? Database administrator will come into picture. First we need to take 100 DDL scripts. Okay, 100 DDL script. Okay, and 100 DML scripts. Okay, now tell me this 100 tables is having 100 tables having a storage of suppose like one. Okay, suppose like 50 GB. Okay, so in the production database. Okay, now suppose if I from production I want to bring to dev. Now tell me how much GB, how much database, how much data set will occupy for dev also. It will be 50 gigabytes of data. Again, once testing, now what happened? Again, what happened? I want to move to another instance like testing instance. Again, what? Again, 50 GB of data. Now tell me, suppose if I want to, it's like something happen again, I want, then how, what happened? Tell me, storage cost will be there. So see this thing, storage will be there, storage cost, maintenance cost. Okay, getting the points, huh? You're getting the points, and time also, like if you want to get these tables, it will take some time. Okay, yes or no, getting the points. So what happened? This 100 tables I want to get, this 100, all the thing I want to get. So from this environment, if testing is done, no, I can test again I need to move to prod like this. Okay, now what happened? 50 like this data also consumed. Instead of this thing, no, what happened? No, Snowflake is having one important feature. Anybody can able to tell what's that feature? In a simple step, you can able to get all these things. Tell me what's the feature?
Zero copy cloning.
Zero copy cloning. We'll see what is cloning and what is zero copy cloning. Okay, so cloning. Okay, so if see what happened, now we are in which database? We are in production database, and this is the database, and this is the schema. Okay, now I want to see the list of tables. Okay, see this thing, show tables. Okay, so what happened? Tell me how many records are there? You see 15 tables are there. Okay, now I want see what happened. I want to create entire database copy. Normal case, what this first we need to create the database, and we need to get all this. Instead of this one, what happened? Snowflake is having one feature: create database. Suppose like test. Okay, suppose like prod db clone. Okay, cl. We need to use one keyword. Clone is the keyword. From which database we are using? Prod underscore db. Okay, see what I'm trying to say. This entire database objects moves to here. Okay, see this thing you'll get. Okay. So like it will like 5-10 seconds it will be done. Okay. So getting the point. So we'll see like what is the use case, and you can able to get some. See what happened? Production DB. Now earlier how many records are there? See right now we're in production DB clone, and you see, and this is the okay product. See, okay, now what happened? If I click on show tables, see how many records? 15 records came. Tell me, got it? You're getting the point. So in normal database, all this thing what happened? So we need to involve DBA guide, 100 DDL scripts, 100 DML scripts, separate storage will be there, and all this thing. But what happens? Snowflake is given one feature that say zero. We'll see what cloning in the sense like what entire database object we can able to move. Okay. Now what happened? We'll call as this will cloning will call as zero copy cloning. Okay. Now we'll see what is zero copy clone. Okay. Now we'll go back here. Okay. See, go back here. Prod database and prod schema. Okay, now we'll see. Okay, I want to show like in this today, like what the features are there, how to see show tables. If you see what happened, so we see this employee T is having how many records? If you see what happened, select star from. See what happened, you see it is having around 2 lakhs or something. Okay, 20 lakhs records are there. Okay, so go back here, see this data, how much data is around 78 something is okay. Now what I'm trying to say now, okay, so go back here. Okay, I'm trying to create a one backup table or clone table. See this thing, you'll get one. Okay, so create table employee T, clone. We are using clone and this thing. Okay, you'll see this thing, you'll get some idea. Okay. Now see, okay, successfully created. Okay, now we are having one table. Okay, select star from information schema. So today I'm giving highlight. Okay, don't worry. Okay, like if you're not able to understand table storage address. Okay, so where table name in. Okay, so see this thing, I'll get some idea. So if you see what happened, okay, so two database. Okay, So if see what I'm trying to say, okay, see this thing. So we are in production prod DB, prod schema. Okay, one table is what? This is our main table, and this is the clone table. Okay, so this is the clone table. Okay, see this thing. This is our main table. I have cloned this table. From this table, I'm trying to clone. Okay, so if you see this thing, active bytes. So for normal table, how much it is there? It is around like 7. Okay, something like 70 MB, something. Okay, so around this thing. But if see what happened? Okay, is there any bytes occupying? Yeah? It's a 0. So it's in the sense like what? Okay, there won't be any additional storage will be there for the for the cloned table. Getting the points on what I'm going to say. See what happened. This is our main table. Okay. So this is our main table. I'm trying to clone this. What happened? See, so there is a zero bytes of, in the sense like what, there won't be additional storage cost will be there. Okay, because it's a 0 copy cloning. Okay, only definition will get copied. Okay, so no data will be copied. Okay. Get the point? So we'll see this in detail. So this is what one of the major major advantages that what, suppose if I try to clone, what happened? Okay, there won't be any extra storage will be there. Extra storage. That is the main point. Clear? Any doubts as of now? It's a 0 copy clone. Okay, so entire data will be get copied. Where there will be no additional, only metadata information getting copied. Okay, there won't be any additional storage cost. Okay, so this entire database object within like fraction of seconds or within a minute, we can able to get the data based on the data.
Is it works like? Does it work like view in Oracle?
Not view. Like it's a metadata only will get. Okay, so what I'm going to see if anything is there. 1 second. Okay, this normal case what? Okay, if I try to take a backup now, what happens? So this is our table. It like this, it will be there. Okay, so what I'm trying to say. Not a view. Okay, view is different. Okay, so what happened? It will be pointing will be there. Okay, so same storage will be there, different pointers will be there. Suppose I'll take the same.
Okay.
Suppose this is my data. Okay, I've created one more table. So assume like we have created one more table. EMP clone. EMP clone. Okay. Now what happened? Okay, data will be there only, but what happened? This will be pointing to this thing. Okay, so this data will be pointing to this. Suppose we create one more table. Suppose if we create one more table also, same thing will be there. Suppose we create one more table. EMP CL2. Okay, so data will be stayed there itself. Okay, but what happened? It's pointing to like this only. Okay, so it will only hold the metadata, like which partition. Remember one thing, in Snowflake, everything will be stored in micro partition. Okay, so this information, like from 1 to 10 records, these records are storing. Okay, this information, all this metadata information, this data only, this table only store. Okay, so data will be there here. Only metadata information will be storing these cloned objects. So that's why you see what happened. So only metadata information is getting copied, but data will be pointing to this. Okay, this table is pointing to this.
Like one dot. If we update in like if we do any operations in EMP table, like that will reflect in clone table also.
Once like both are independent objects. Okay, so once we do any updation, or suppose if we do any updation, it won't reflect here. Okay, these are okay. Once created, it will be independent object. Suppose if I insert one more record, there will be separate storage will be there for these things. So up to this point only data will be there. Okay, so once we do any operations, now what happens? So this will be stored in different partitions. Okay, so these are independent objects to each other. Got it? No?
As in case view, like it will change for simple views.
Views in the sense like what? Okay, it will come from base table, but what happened? Okay, so whatever changes happen, it will get reflected. But whatever changes happen, it won't get reflected. These are separate objects. See, normal views, what happen now? It will pick from the base table, but this is not a views. Okay, so these are separate. So once anything operation happen here, it won't reflect to this subject because these are two or independent objects. Got it? No? Yes, any confusion? Okay. So this is okay. So these are important feature. Okay, so one is okay. Remember one thing: if you know SQL, you can able to easily learn these things. Okay, and main features are so time travel, cloning, and this semi-structured support. Okay, these are things. Now we'll see. And what I said, okay, Snowflake Cloud provides. What I said, Snowflake is a SaaS model. Okay, it is launched on the cloud provider like Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, GCP. Okay, for our training, we'll go for AWS account. Okay, we'll see this AWS account. Getting the points are clear a little bit at least. So this is the thing. Okay. Now what? Okay. So this now we'll see. Okay, how the real-time project and all these things. Now remember one thing. Why companies are choosing for Snowflake? Okay. What's the concept for Snowflake? Okay. So mainly for data migration project. Okay. Remember one thing. We'll work mainly for. Okay. So once we get the project, we'll work for data migration project. Okay. From one database or one source, we need to move to all this data into cloud. Okay, that is the main purpose. Okay, so see what I'm trying to say. See this thing. So what data sources? It can be CSV file format, it can be Excel, or it's JSON or TXT. Okay, any format. Okay, like okay. So what the format? Like based on the client. So the formats will be different. Okay, see like XML files will be there. Okay, Avro, packet. Okay, depends on the project. These are the data files, and data will be stored in what? It can be stored in databases like Oracle databases, MySQL, SQL Server. These are on-premise databases, and we are having cloud database also like so SAP HANA, Amazon Redshift. Okay, so what I'm writing, data can be anywhere. It can be in the format of files. It can be in the on-premise database or cloud database. Any database, anywhere it can be. Our target is that I want to bring all this data. Suppose data is there here distributed. Suppose I'm having suppose like KBC is my client. Okay, client. Okay. He's having the data in Oracle database, some part of Oracle database, some part in flat files, and some part in SQL Server. Okay. Now tell me if see what happens. Separate the data is there. I want to bring all this data into one place. Okay. This one place is known as Snowflake. That's it. Okay. So I want to bring all this data to one place. Okay. So because what we can't able to query all this, we can't able to separately, we can able to query, but I want to bring all this data, application data into one place. Here one place is nothing but it's a Snowflake. Why? Because Snowflake can handle huge volumes of data. And one more thing is that, so data migration project in the sense like what it will be, historical data will be there. Historical data. Okay, that's why you should go for OLAP. Now tell me what is OLAP? Anybody abbreviation? OLAP purpose or OLAP? It's a online analytical processing. In the sense like what name itself says, it's a analytical processing. Okay, for analytical processing we should go for data warehouse. Okay, warehouse. What about OLTP? What is OLTP? Online transaction processing. Okay, now tell me for transaction processing, this is we should go for compulsory, we should go for database. Okay, so remember one thing, data warehouse for analytical purpose, this is for day-to-day transaction. Okay, now tell me Snowflake for OLTP or OLAP, which one will choose for mainly? Snowflake for OLTP or OLAP, because we are having the historical OLAP. This is because we are having historical data. Historical data needs to be done. Okay, so this is clear so far. Okay, see this thing. Now what I'm trying to say, my company application is like stipulated in all this ways. Okay. Now I want to bring all this data into one cloud. What is your cloud here? You see. So what is the cloud? It depends on the company. Okay, what we said. Okay, Snowflake is launched on any of the cloud provider. It can be AWS, GCP, Azure, anything. Okay. Now what happened? This data I want to move to one place. Okay. So where do we want to move? Tell me. I want to move to Snowflake environment. Get the point? So I want to bring all this data, all these steps. Suppose I'm having 500 tables are there. I want to migrate all these 500 tables into Snowflake database. Okay. So okay, this is what remember one thing, data migration project in the sense like what? So data migration project in the sense like what? I want to move the data from one source to this source. From this, it can be CSV files or anything. I want to bring all this for this. Okay, remember one thing. For this purpose, there are so many applications. Okay. So remember one thing, for our training, we are using what? We are using AWS. Tell me abbreviation for AWS. Anybody? What's the abbreviation? Amazon Web Services. Okay. So starting from day one, you need to understand what. Remember one thing, if you know what we are doing, okay, you can able to understand. Okay, what I'm trying to say. So first we need to focus as a Snowflake developer or data engineer, what we are going to do. Okay. So we want to bring all this data to one place. Okay, this is the process. Okay. So now here what happened in Amazon Web Service, we are using one S3. Anybody what is S3? Here S3 abbreviation.
Simple storage service.
Simple storage service. Okay, storage service. Okay, storage service. Same as our folder. Okay, see. Okay, remember one thing. Okay, link explainer join the same link. Like 10-15 minutes you can able to close. Okay, so this is the 40 minutes. No, again join the same link. So same as our folder. Okay, see if we have D folder, no, what happened? There will be so many files in a similar fashion. In Amazon AWS, we are having one service, that is ST service, simple storage service. Okay, so suppose if you want to see, I can able to show you. So this is the Amazon Web Services. So this is S3. Okay, come back. The link is going to explain. Okay, so if you see what happened, okay, we are having the buckets. Okay, buckets will be there. Okay, so we can able to create our own bucket. If you see what happened here, files will be there. Okay, files. Okay, so if you want to see the data, we can able to query like this. If you want to see the data, we can able to get. Okay, so come back. Link is going to explain. 10-15 so I can able to pass this. Okay, so you can able. Okay, so what happened? Data will come. Okay, so what I'm trying to say now. Okay. Okay, see what I'm trying to say. Okay, go back here. Okay, so in Amazon AWS, we are using S3. Okay, this is for storage. Okay, so files will be stored here. Files or folders will be stored here. Okay. So see what happened. Okay, so go back here. Now what happened? This is the AWS cloud. Now what happened? Okay, see this thing. Now data will be there here. Now I want to move to S3. Now who will come into picture? ETL team. Okay. Now tell me what is ETL? Anybody? Abbreviation? ETL? Abbreviation?
Extract, transform, loading.
Extract, transform,
Loading.
load. Okay, loading. Okay. Now ETL team, what they will know? ETL team, they will convert the files. They'll convert what? Now tell me data. Now data will be stored in database tables. Okay. Now what they will do? Now they will convert the database. 1 second. They'll convert the database tables into file formatted. It can be what? It can be CSV, TXT, or any or JSON or XML. Depends on the data like Snowflake article they do. Okay. So what they do? They'll convert this data and they like suppose I'm having employee table. Assume like employee table is there in Oracle database. Okay. So understand this flow. Okay. So Oracle database. Now what I'm trying to know Oracle database. Now I want to convert this employee table to employee.txt file. Okay, txt file. Okay. Suppose it is having 100 records. So now what happened now? ETL team will push the data into where our storage is what? Our S3. Okay, our AWS S3 storage. Okay, see cloud. Okay, S3 cloud. Okay. Now what happened? Now see what happened. Now data is there. Okay. Now data, it can be on-premise database or cloud databases, anything. Okay. So now what happened? They push suppose like I'm having one table. Okay, it has been pushed to S3 bucket. Now target is what? I want to bring this data into our Snowflake. Now remember one thing, this is Snowflake, this is AWS, and this is what? This is Snowflake. Okay, see, I will show one image. So if you see what happened, okay, so see this thing. Okay, suppose like I'm having one file. Okay, so this is in S3 bucket and we are in Snowflake. Okay, no, directly we can't able to get. Okay, so we should use storage integration object, all the things. Okay, we'll discuss. Okay, now what is, okay, this is separate cloud and this is Snowflake. I want to bring this data from, okay, 1 second. I want to bring this data to here. Tell me directly it is possible, no? Because these are two separate objects, okay? Separate entities. So for this purpose, what we need to create storage integration object on all these things. We will discuss this thing. So see what I'm trying to say. Now from data is moved from this database to this thing. Now what happened? I want to get this data here. And one more thing is that suppose I'm having one file. Okay, suppose test. Test 111. Okay, so suppose assume like this is my file. Now tell me file is there in what? In my local machine or in cloud? Tell me where is the file is there? File is there where? In my local machine or in cloud? In my local machine. Okay. Now see what I'm trying to say. Suppose my file is there in local machine. Okay, I want to bring this data into these tables. Okay, in Snowflake. For this purpose, now what we need to do is we should have one thing. Okay, so we should go for terminal. Okay, we can able to get slowly. Okay, right now I want to show what are the things we need to do as a Snowflake developer. So first we need to log in.
I have a question.
Yes, tell me. Yeah.
Will it support the replication? Suppose I have the on-premises database, okay, some OLTP database.
Yeah.
So I want to migrate it to the AWS, okay.
Okay.
So can we use this Snowflake cloud in the as a mediator between that one? we can upload the data into that one.
From
And
where to where?
from
From where?
on-premises to Snowflake.
Okay, we are
Okay.
having some tools. Okay, I will tell you. Okay, so we are having some tools like, okay. So you're asking like instead of moving like this, can we suppose you're having employee, what we are doing? Employee table is there. What we are doing normal process, employee dot txt, convert this thing and trying to place into S3. From S3 again try to AWS S3, from AWS S3 to
Some MySQL or PostgreSQL.
no again why post will come, no oh, database will be here. Okay, so here suppose like MySQL is here. So MySQL, you're saying like from MySQL database I want to move to Snow. Our target is fine. Ultimate goal is for ultimate move to Snowflake tables. No, again, okay, on-premise database won't come. Okay, so here you are asking
Okay.
like,
Will it support till Snowflake?
so
Okay.
suppose you're saying like MySQL database to Snowflake table. Your question is that instead of doing all this thing, why can't we replicate the data? That's your point, no? Replicate the table.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have the option now. So
Like we are having the options like, okay, like for less data we can able to go, but if you have big data, no, that it won't support. Okay. So we're having tools like Python tools, some tools will be like what they will know instead of this migration, no, they will directly replicate the data.
Okay.
Get the points, so
See,
that,
I mean, what is my question is here, suppose, okay, so our source database is Oracle.
okay.
Oracle data types is different, okay?
Okay.
Snowflake's data type is different. Am I right?
No,
Or
no,
both are same?
both are same. Okay.
Okay.
Same only.
Snowflake,
Support
it will
Snowflake
support
supports
the same, all the data types.
all the data types. Okay. So what we'll do now, like instead, suppose if we don't support now, what we'll do now for each and every time, okay, for every time what we'll do now, every time we create varchar data type. Okay. Now tell me varchar can hold number, huh? Tell me.
Varchar can hold number.
Number can hold data. Tell me.
Date, you are telling date or no?
Date, no. Varchar in the sense like what? It can hold any type of data. Okay.
Yeah, any type
okay.
it will store.
Any type. Okay. So there will be no data type like data conversion, like data type issue. No, got the point. No.
Okay.
So while we are loading, we'll create a table in the format of varchar only. Varchar. Suppose like there will be no data mismatch. Okay. And remember one thing, if you see what happened, go back here. So if I go for, okay, suppose we created one table. Okay, what's the table? Suppose this is the table. So describe table name. If you see what happened, okay. Now see, if you don't mention any size, no, it will take default this size. Okay. Now tell me there is any limitation. This much data, 16 MB data will be there. Okay. Now tell me is there any, okay? So there will be no data issue. Okay. No, remember something, no data size issue.
Okay.
Or data type issue.
So it will support the bigger length. Okay.
Yeah, bigger length. Okay. Suppose if you have JSON like this, no, then we'll go JSON or XML. We should go for one type, that is variant data type. Yeah.
Okay.
So it depends. Okay, based on, okay. Suppose you're having like files. Okay, see this thing. Okay. Now what happened? Now file is there in a local machine. Okay. Now I want to get into our machine. Okay, see what happened. 1 second. See what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm using put. Okay, what's the file name? File name is what? Test11.txt. Okay, test11.txt. .txt, and before that we'll see, okay, anything file is there or not. Okay. So list @ okay, is there any files? Right now see only 3 records are there. See 3 records are there. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do, see what happened. See file has been uploaded. Go back here. Now 3 records are, it will be 4 records are there. Okay, so 4 records. Suppose if I want to see the data, select $1. We need to mention $1, $2 from @ so this is the file name. Now tell me same data came on. So 1 Praveen 100 2 3000. Okay, so same data came on. So we need to mention $3.
So this is JSON format?
No, not JSON. This is what you see here. What is the format here? TXT file, no?
Okay.
JSON I will show.
So input as a TXT file. Okay.
Okay, see this is the JSON format. Okay, so go back here.
Comma separated value. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, where is the JSON? Okay, so this is the JSON form. Okay, for this purpose, if you want to know, we should use variant data type. Okay, so see what I'm trying to say. Go back here. So now file is there in my local machine. Okay, I want to bring into our Snowflake type. Then we should go for what? We should use put const. Okay, see what we did. So we should have used put const. Get the point, sir? So like this. Okay, so data can be in local machine or it can be cloud. Okay, so for local machine, we should go for put concept. For if suppose if see data is there in like S3 bucket, we should go for Snowpipe concept. Okay, external stages. Okay, copy command. Okay, so external table. Okay, so point is that what? Okay, so 1 second.
Why
So-
S3 is required here? So we
Because
can
huge
go
volume, no?
directly.
Huge volume, no?
So no. See, S3 is only for the storage purpose.
Storage
Okay?
purpose. Yeah.
So from anywhere, some on-premises, we'll move it to the S3. From S3 to Snowflake, you are telling?
Yes.
But it is unnecessarily chargeable, extra chargeable. No? So
No,
S3 is
like S3 is not that much chargeable. Okay, it's less charge only compared to any other.
Okay.
Right, sir.
So don't we have option directly store into the Snowflake?
No, that's what no. Okay, these are on-premise. Okay, so for less volume, we'll go for like some tools. Okay, replication tools. But suppose we have bigger volumes, then how can I handle? Suppose my file is there. Okay, suppose I'm having one. Okay, suppose like 10 GB of data. Now tell me, can we
Okay.
load in that directly? Suppose I'm having 10 GB of Excel file. Okay, Excel or CSV file. Okay, go back here.
But even here, S3 also, that ETL, what is the ETL here actually? Which tool you will use the ETL?
ETL they can be used informatic or anything. Okay, they can able to.
Okay.
Use. They need to install like drivers. They need to install. Okay.
The thing is, see, suppose you have the S3 there actually. Okay, you need to open the routes between the S3 and Snowflake also.
You are talking like administrator, like you are the developer. Okay, you don't bother about it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we don't bother about this. Is like okay, we are the developer. Okay, developer won't bother.
Okay, it's already pre-built system. That's only okay, you are
We need to use
okay.
it.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking in the okay.
Okay, you are thinking as a
Exactly.
database administrator. So we don't want those things. Okay, our target is that data. It can be any source. Our main focus is that I want to bring the data. I want to do the SQL transformation. I want to give use and I want to give it to Power BI. So our target is that what? It can be any source. Okay, we don't bother. Okay, our main target is that ultimate target is that data needs to come to Snowflake. It can be anyways. Okay, like a replication tool or anything. Our ultimate goal is that I want to get the data into Snowflake. This is our ultimate target. Okay, it can be local system or it can be external table. It can be data replication. Okay, so once what happened? Once data come here. What happened? So once what happened? Suppose go back here. Okay, so go back here. Suppose this employee file is there. Okay, it came to Snowflake table. Okay, now we need to check. Okay, in source we are having 100 records are there. Okay, now tell me in target also should be 100. No, 100. Okay, suppose like something happened. Suppose we got 95 records. Okay, so we need to, as a data engineer, we need to debug. Okay, where like 5 records were like issue with the source or issue with the target. Okay, so this is our task. Okay, now what happens? Suppose everything 100 records came. Now what happened? Now we need to do the SQL transformation. Okay, so main target is what? Okay, I want to bring all the data into one place so that I can able to do SQL transformation. On that SQL transformation, I will create views and I will send the data to reporting team. Okay, so this is the ultimate target. Okay. So main target is that what? Okay, one more time I'll say our target is what? I want to bring all this data to one place so that what I can able to do some analysis on this particular tables and I can able to create views and I'll give the data to the Power BI team. So one more time, data. Suppose like I'm having one. Suppose like ABC is my client. Okay, it is having the data has been separated in data files, on-premise database, cloud database. Okay, I want to bring all this data into one place. Okay, I want to place it. Now what happens? Suppose if you have a local machine, we can able to go for put command. Suppose we are having S3 bucket or external replication tool. What happened? Then we should go for either copy command or external table or Snowflake. Now what happened? Suppose this 500 tables has been moved to this Snowflake. Now we need to do SQL transformation, all the transformation, and I want to load this data into. I want to SQL transformation, and I can able to create views, and I will give to the Power BI team, so that what they can able to, what they will do ultimately, what they will do. Power BI team, what will they able to tell me? They will create the dashboards or stories. Okay, so that what they can able to like CEO or like okay or any BA or something, they will do the analysis. Okay, suppose if you have data like this in here, now tell me BA can able to understand a business analyst or somebody. Okay, so because data is separate here, now I am bringing all this data into one place, so that what I can able to do the SQL transformation, and I can able to give this data to the Power BI or something. What they will do ultimately, they will create dashboards, and what BA or some other CEO or some other guys, they can able to understand what is my business. Okay, how can I improve this? So main purpose is what? How can I improve my business? That's the main ultimate goal. No? So for this purpose, what we are bringing all this data into one place, and we are getting the data. Yes, any doubts as of now? Tell me. So these are the things. Okay. So for this purpose, we should have. Okay. So what are things you should have? No. Okay. We should know SQL a little bit. Or like if you don't know SQL, also know. Okay. We'll start from scratch. Okay. SQL. Okay. So AWS. So in AWS, we'll see S3. Some services IAM. Okay. SQS. Okay. Some services we'll see. Okay. Rules. Okay. And then okay. So we should on Snowflake. Like we'll see Snowflake time travel feature. All these things. Okay. So we'll cover like 30 to 35 days. These things will get completed. Okay. Tell me any doubts as of now. So if you understand this flow now, you can able to get okay things done. Okay, so clearly, okay, what we are going to do as a Snowflake developer. Tell me. Yes.
Is it 1 hour session, Praveen?
No, first day no demo like this. Okay. So, like,
No, generally. I'm asking.
It will be like 1 hour 15 minutes, around 9. Okay, 7:45 to around 9. Okay.
9 max. Okay.
9 max. So plan your dinner accordingly. Okay.
No, I have another thing at night.
Okay, so this is things. Okay, like if any doubts, no, ping me personally. Okay, you can able to.
Okay.
So remember one thing, if you know this flow, no, remember one thing, if you know flow, like what we are doing as a Snowflake developer, then you can able to learn easily. Okay. So first understand what we are doing as a Snowflake developer. What is our task? Okay, our task is to bring the data from different sources, and we want to get it done. Okay, so it can be like scripts will be done. Okay, there will be okay. So depends on the process. Okay, so main focus is that first we need to clear the interview, then we can able to work it, and we can able to. Okay, so main focus is that what first we need to get the job, so that we can able to get sustain some way or other, we can able to get the job done. Okay. Okay, so if any doubts, no, ping me personally, I can able to connect. So tomorrow same time I'll connect. Okay? So any doubts? Okay, no doubts, no, we can able to drop. Okay, bye.